The federal government has announced plans to train thousands of youth in livestock farming as part of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's presidential initiative on youth and livestock development. Minister of Livestock Development Idi Mukhtar Mia disclosed this during the presentation of the Agroa model for the supply of bulls and other livestock by a delegation from the Brazilian JBS-SA executive group in Abuja. He also revealed that discussions are underway with potential investors to secure a $2.5 billion investment in Nigeria's red meat industry, a move aimed at expanding the sector, creating jobs and boosting economic growth.
Yeah, thank you. Before that, what we've had today is to receive the global CEO of JBS SA from Brazil. If you could recall, last year we accompanied Mr. President to Rio de Janeiro at the G20 summit, and on the sidelines we had met with the JBS, we toured their farms, and there was a commitment that we signed the dotted lines regarding the $2.5 billion investment in the red meat industry in this country. We look at the different models of our grower scheme that is going to involve thousands of youth across the country under the program soon to be launched by Mr. President, Women and Youth in Livestock initiative by Mr. President, where they are going to be trained and be seeded with the necessary finance and resources to fatten animals to feed those industry. The other thing we looked at was that issue of endemic diseases, how to mount successive national vaccinations and statewide vaccinations to make sure that diseases like foot and mouth, CBPP, black water, PPR, African swine fever, Gamboru, and Newcastle disease for poultry are brought under control, to make sure that those sanitary conditions are attained to make us competitive at the global level. We are also looking at the possibility of the Brazilian establishing ranches in this country, which is again going to serve as a model farm for the supply to the factory, as well as also assisting us in one way to upgrade the genetic potential for animals, and then those farms will serve as model farms. No. Private ranches are private ranches. The grazing reserve can also serve as private ranches. Anybody who wants to establish a ranch and wants a land, the grazing reserves are meant for grazing. They are not strictly for pastoralists. If anybody wants land that is unencumbered and he finds that economic indicators and market indicators are favorable, he can approach us. We can go to that state governor and we make a case for him to be given some land out of the grazing reserve, while the rest of the grazing reserve can also be utilized for the settlement of pastoralists. So they are not mutually exclusive. They are supportive of one another.
We need to develop a market, not just production, but we need the consumers. And now we are in the process to define the size of the investments for each one of the business. But if we get from the government the conditions, we have the right incentives, the lands, we are ready to go.